Hi, and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursdays, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men because frankly not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and welcome to the Fall 2020 season series of our interviews. I'm super excited today. As you can see, this is the first time I'm sitting actually with a king in the middle of a global pandemic with no mask on, so clearly this is a special brother. In fact, he is my brother, Edward Benjamin, or also called Buster Gay. So I will be calling him Bust, but you can call him Ed. So my brother Ed, Buster, is a father, a husband, a brother, a son. He also is a minister, a pastor, a businessman, owner and founder of the Integrity Insurance Group. Just so many things, a community leader, and just an all-around great guy. And so, welcome, Bus.
Hey, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Sure. Well, I'm so glad that you're here. And as you know, we've talked about before, and you've seen in the other interviews, that this series really is about creating a repository of questions and answers so that we can have opportunities to go back and see how different men answer the same questions. My idea, my dream is to have a young king who doesn't have strong Black male leadership around him or mentorship around him to be able to go to this repository, see these questions, and perhaps learn from others from afar. Similarly, I see a young king who has lots of and very strong male leadership around him. He too could go and still learn from other brothers. And then finally, for the rest of us who are neither male or perhaps even Black, can go and learn more about our community and more about the men in our community who I believe writ large have been maligned, have been as a group not celebrated in the ways that you should. And I know for my life, the power of having a Black male role model, a positive Black male role model, started with our dad.
Right.
So I just want to, so that's the whole purpose of this. And I'm excited to get started. So let's get started, which
Awesome.
is, what does manhood mean to you?
Well, to me, to find a definition of manhood is not very difficult. All we have to do is look at our home when we were coming up. And look at Daddy. You know, his name is Edward. Also, it's a powerful name. Our dad was just, he didn't have like huge formal education, but he was always about providing for his family. He always reached for something higher, and I just really love the idea of, you know, when we were coming up, we didn't have everything, but it always felt like we had everything in the world. Mm-hmm. And you know, he was a provider. He was the priest of our home. He was the king of our home. And I think that a man has to encompass all those things: being provider, priest, and king, taking responsibility for yours, and always reaching for something else, being an example. So, I think all those words would kind of sum up to me what manhood, you know, the essence of what manhood is.
Mm-hmm. Great. Awesome. Yes. Excellent. Thank you. So who and or what is important to you?
Who and what are probably all one and the same. It's my family. I have 4 young kings, ranging in age from 18 to 23. And they're at that age where, at such a time as this, I think this is what we're doing right now, and what you've been doing for a long time now with King Crush Thursdays is very important. They are the overlooked demographic. They're the ones that are smeared in the media or on television, but you don't ever see the positive side of things. And for me, as a father and a mentor, and I consider myself a coach and an example for these young men, it's very important that they see a positive young man or a positive man, positive king, not so young, a positive king trying to set an example, not being afraid. You know, mentoring to them or showing them the way or trying to navigate a way through this very challenging world where there's rampant racism. Black people overall are being discounted or overlooked. And, just wanting to really provide a strong role model for them. So yes, those guys are important to me. Of course, being a husband to my wife and demonstrating Black love to the world with her. So those are the things that are most important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
that's awesome, excellent. So how do you want us to see you?
I want to be seen as a mentor, as a coach, as a man of God, as a business owner, as someone who loves his family dearly. I want to be seen as someone that's not afraid. I'm not afraid to take chances, not afraid to do things that are different than the norm. I think that's how I want to be seen.
Awesome. So what is your epic dream? My
epic dream, this is the one probably I struggle with the most, but my epic dream, I think I want to be, of course, a successful father and husband, but I think I really want to be, my epic dream is to really be a coach, really be able to leave something that's going to be passed on to future generations that they will want to kind of emulate, if that makes sense. It's not necessarily just for things and stuff, because things and stuff comes and goes, as we've seen over the years. But I really want to leave something that's going to have a lasting impact on future generations, not only my sons, but maybe their sons and their sons' sons. So that's something that's been really, I think I was wrestling with that question in particular, but I think that's, really what I want to do.
I understand. Leave a legacy. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, leave a legacy. That's a great way to put it. To crystallize what I just said in all those words. Yes, leave a legacy.
Awesome. So, Buzz, who are you?
Who am I? First of all, I'm not afraid. Secondly, I am a man of God. Thirdly, I'm a business owner. I'm a husband and a father. I think those words sum me up pretty good.
You're sitting next to one?
Oh, I'm a brother. I'm a brother. I am a brother. I'm a bro man.
Yeah. Awesome.
Did I say brother?
Yes, I think you said brother. I think you got to cover it. Good.
I'm a brother.
Awesome. Excellent.
And I'm kind. I'm not ruthless.
Yeah.
I'm kind. And I'm generous. I'm a brother.
Yeah. He's a brother.
I'm a brother.
Awesome. So we're at our last question. Is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't, or that you wanted me to ask you?
Yes.
That I didn't? What did I miss? Go ahead.
Yes. About a month ago, Valerie donated to me a kidney. It was kind of a complicated process because it wasn't an exact match, but we went through what's called a paired exchange program, where her kidney went to someone and someone donated a kidney to me. And I think kidney disease, especially in the Black community, especially with Black men, I know several that are going through this right now, is prevalent. And I think it's important for people to look into possibly donating. You only need one kidney to live a healthy and successful life. Look at her, say hi. Hi. And she's doing great. And but it can really make a difference. So really, I think with you choosing to donate life really made a significant difference in my life. And so I just think I thank you profusely sister to brother because it really made a difference. And I would encourage anyone, to consider, if you know someone that's in need. Because when I went to her, I wasn't really asking. I was kind of informing her, kind of what's happening in my life. The fact that I needed a kidney. And she was like, okay, what do we have to do? Where do I go? Who do I call? And I would say everybody needs a Valerie in their life, so be somebody's Valerie. Consider, sharing life because it makes all the difference in the world. And my outlook is great. I'm feeling great. I'm looking great. My there are no limits on my life. Thanks to, the gift of life that you gave me. So I'm not sure if that's answering your question.
Yeah, it is. Well, thank you. And thank you for bringing it up because I think what you just said is really important. And I hope that more of our community will consider this because the reality is people are not lining up to give us their organ. Anything. So with that, to be able to do that for you is amazing. And it's mutually beneficial because, during the process, I got healthier. We changed our diets. We changed our lifestyle. We changed everything, which is amazing. And you'll hear more about that at some point. But, for us as a community, we can take control of our narrative. We can take control of what is happening to us and what we want to see in the world. Yep. And that's partially why we're doing this series, because I want people to understand that there's more than what they see out there. I know the narrative is false because of folks like my brother and our dad and many, many more friends. I could just name them on and on and on. That they seemingly are invisible, but in fact they're not. You're not invisible. We see you and our community needs you. And so I'm just really grateful, Buster. I'm grateful that we could sit here. We had so many people praying for us, which was amazing. It's
amazing.
It just seemed to me like it's the natural thing to do. I can't imagine not doing it. I can't imagine having 2 kidneys. I only need one, and you need one, and me not being able to at least offer it to you. Yep. So I'm really grateful for that. And then secondly, I'm really grateful that I've got to see you grow up. I've said to you over the years, I know that God answers prayers. So the first time I really realized that God answers prayers is when I realized God had answered our parents' prayer for you. And looking at that, I was like, oh, I remember when they were praying about that. Oh my goodness, that kind of works, And then I would say growing up, being as close as we were as children, it's not a guarantee that we would be close as adults.
Right. And
that how we made a vow, a promise to each other, when we were young, that we were going to stay friends and that our children would be friends. If we ever had children, before we ever thought of having children, that our children would be friends.
Right.
And they couldn't be closer, like if, my daughter and your sons are like siblings and brothers and sisters. Yeah. Like she's a sister they never had and they're the brothers she never had, And then finally, the thing that I love the most is that when I look at you, I realize that even if you weren't my brother, that I would still want to be your friend. And that is really powerful to me. Yep. I'm grateful that you chose well, because Nikita, your wife, is my sister. I only say sister-in-law because otherwise it would sound really weird. It's like my brother and my sister and they're married. That would be weird. So I say sister-in-law, but that's the only reason. Because she is my sister and I'm really grateful. And your 4 boys are amazing. And I can't wait to see how they fully develop because each of them are going to make amazing contributions to the world. Yeah. And so ultimately, I just want to thank you. I just want to honor you, my king, for just being who you are in this world, the light in this part of our world. Yeah. And I love you. And just thank you. And thank you so much for joining us for yet another King Crush Thursday. We are super excited to, again, have the season start off. Please stick with us for next week for yet another interview with yet another amazing king. If there's someone in your life that you want to see highlighted or celebrated, please click the link below or in my bio or DM me. Send a carrier pigeon, however you want, and we'll take it from there. We want to celebrate as many men as possible. And so in the meantime, though, please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thanks so much.
Awesome.
All right, dude. Yay!
That was good.
That was good. Good job. Good job.